Who's a good boy then? You are! Hello the internet, Vaporeon here again with episode 2 of my Resonant Rise series. How y'all doing today? Y'all doing great? Certainly hope so. Okay, now a few things. I have been mucking around in the background and I have in fact done all of the bits and pieces that I wanted to do in my first video. I've been to the Nether. I'll show you what those are in just a second. And I have done quite a few bits and pieces with the Britannia mod. So I built myself another Daybloom, which isn't too much of a big whoop. This little thing here, the runic altar, I made myself one of those. That was so I could make the runes that go into the jaded amaranthus. And if I nip around in the back here, underneath my altar here, I now have this, the alchemy catalyst. Now what the alchemy catalyst lets you do is it lets you throw things into here and will turn one thing into another thing. So if I take this dirt and hover over here, you'll see that it will turn the dirt into, I believe that's coarse dirt. Or I can take, no, it doesn't do it with planks. What have we got? Leather. I think it turns leather into something. No, wrong, incorrect. Gunpowder. There you go, turns gunpowder into flint and things like that. So that's what that is for, and it's a very useful little thing that you can use that for. And that just goes underneath the mana pool, and it uses the mana in the mana pool to power the alchemist stuff. The other thing I made is this over here, an endo flame, and that's why you can see that this is pouring more and more and more mana into my mana pool on a fairly regular basis. What the endo flame does is you throw something at it. I'm assuming this is still going at the moment. Mana spread is still going up. Yeah. You throw something that burns at it, and it eats it and generates mana from that. So currently it's chewing on a block of coal, and so all of the energy from the block of coal is going into the mana pool here. And I did make the jaded amaranthus. Now the reason I've got this area lined up around here is so that I can put it right in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's, if I put this in here, it generates out 4 blocks from wherever it is. So that's right in the middle of this square here. And this thing works amazingly quickly. Watch this. Put that down. There's a flower. There's a flower. There's a flower. Here's a flower, and it just fills this area up. And so what I have got now, if you have a look at my flower pouch, I have all the flowers I could ever need, just about. So this thing is a beast. It works so well. So I am not going to be wanting for mystical flowers anytime soon. So this will let me get further on into the mod. Now that I've made that jaded amaranthus and I have all the mystical petals and all the flowers that I want, I can use my petal apothecary and my runic altar and my mana pool to make pretty much all of the things in the mod. Now hopefully by the end of this episode we're going to make the most overpowered item you are ever going to see in the game of Minecraft. Now I'm not going to spoil it by telling you what it is, but I will say that this view will look very different by the end of this episode. So have a look at this, and then we'll come back here and have a look at that later on. So that's the endo flame and the jaded amaranthus. You can see this, it's just huge amounts of flowers. So that's great. The other thing I did was I went looking for a couple of these Pam's Harvest Craft herb gardens. I've planted them, I'm waiting for them to grow. And one of the things that you get when you break the herb garden, it's starting to get dark, is coffee beans. So I will be able to have myself a cup of coffee at the beginning of every episode. I'm really looking forward to that. This is netherrack. More to the point, it's tilled netherrack. Now I put my hoe away. You need to till the netherrack with either a gold or diamond hoe, and I found some quartzberry seeds, and that gives you quartzberry bushes, and you can pick the quartzberry bushes and you get quartz as a nether quartz. So I don't need to go back to the nether to get my quartz ever again. I can just grow it right here in the overworld. I went into the nether and I got bits and pieces. So I've got the nether wart, soul sand, one magma cream, 4 blaze rods, some blaze powders, bits and pieces, and I managed to not die, which I'm quite happy about. I also, on my travels, ran into a little dog. So now I have a dog. I'm going to have to name him shortly. We'll just get into bed here, and the only other thing I've done of note is I have found the most overpowered chest you have ever seen in the history of ever. I'm just going to see if that creeper is outside or inside. I think he must be inside. I'm fairly sure that hell is hollow, because there's almost always creepers and zombies and things down in here, so I'm going to have to watch out for that. And also down there for the skeleton, but that's right. Ooh, lots of spiders spawning down there too, but we'll ignore them for now. So I'm just waiting for these to grow, waiting for these to spread, so on and so forth. I have got myself the Dirt Chest 9000. It's an amazing texture, see it there? You create this quite simply. If I put this in here and I go Dirt Chest, oops, Dirt. Okay, let's try it this way, chest. And we go, there it is, the Dirt Chest 9000. It's just, oh, that's to make the 9001 model. That's the Dirt Chest 9000. It's just a chest surrounded by dirt. You get the Dirt Chest 9000, and you will not believe what this thing can hold. It can hold one whole stack of dirt. Can you believe that? That's incredible. Amazing. And there's an upgrade for it where you can access it remotely. And so that's the one with the Dirt Chest 9001 that I got before. So if I go into my NEI here and we go have a look at this, the Dirt Chest 9001, by only adding 2 gold and 2 more dirt, you can access your stack of dirt anywhere you like. Amazing technology. But what I'm going to do for now is muck around, harvest some more of these. I'm probably going to get some more endo flames going, and then we'll actually get into the meat and bones of this particular, of the Britannia module, and we're going to make some items for me to wear and to use. So I will get some stuff sorted, and I'll be right back. And we're back. This is what happens when you don't check recipes. I had assumed that I need flowers for the thing that I want to make, but I actually don't. So I'm going to take this grass, I'm going to chuck this in here, and I get this pasture seeds. Now it turns out, if I go to my crafting bench here, and go, now I'm going to forget how it goes, pasture seeds, and then I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right the first time, Horn of the Wild. This is the most broken thing you have ever seen in your entire life. You want to take a bet what it does? Watch this. Hold down right click. Huh? Look at that. All your harvesting needs. One of the things that annoys me the most about Minecraft is the tall grass. Am I full up? I am full up. And it's just about night time. Let's get our sleeping bag out. We'll sleep under the stars tonight. It is night. What do you mean you can only sleep at night? Come on. Come on. Come on. You're telling me it's not dark. Is that what you're saying? There we go. Daytime. Now I have a little green bag here which I'm using to keep all of my actually I don't have a lot of room here. Let me sort this out. So as I was saying, one of the things that annoys me the most about Minecraft is this long grass, and this solves the problem. Yeah, baby. But it's all jokes aside, it's a very handy tool to have for clearing off an area, as you can clearly see. Now I think with these gardens, these Pam's Harvest Craft gardens, it will take them down. We're about to find out. Let's find out. Yep, sure does. And so we get all the cotton off there. Now I want to leave those two down there because I do want to harvest cotton every now and then, so you'd have to be a little careful with it. But yeah, look at this, looking much nicer already. So I'm going to go and clear off some areas of grass so everything looks nice, and I'll be back again. I love the smell of coffee in the morning. Smells like victory. Alright, so we're back. I have been mucking around a little bit. As you can see, I've changed my causeberry bushes. I didn't realise you can go through those. There you go. And I have quite a bit of Pam's Harvest Crust here because I was waiting for coffee. My dog keeps jumping into the chair and getting stuck there. If anyone knows how to get a dog out of a chair without breaking the thing, let me know. He won't follow me off it. Anyway, that's beside the point. So we have here our garden. I've done quite a bit of clearing of the grass, as you can see. I've also been doing some mucking around in here. I have a few more chests scattered around the place, and quite frankly, they're getting annoying. So what I have in this chest here is everything I'm going to need to create a Project Red transportation system. It's going to use these gold chests here as places to store all my stuff, and all of this is going to magically turn into all the chips and pipes and so forth to use it. Now, all this glowstone, I didn't go back into the nether. I have in fact converted it from redstone, and I'm going to show you how to do that from here, because this redstone here needs to be converted. So that uses our handy dandy mana pool over here. As you can see when I hover over it, if you throw redstone in, you get glowstone out. Just like that. Never have to go to the nether again. That's not strictly true, but it is mostly true. You can do things like change blaze rods into nether wart, and do all sorts of bits and pieces. I think from memory nether rack turns into something. Let's find out. Grab a piece of nether rack here and have a look here. No, netherrack doesn't turn into anything, but that's fine. So all sorts of bits and pieces you can do with the mana pool. That's with the alchemy chamber that I have underneath the mana pool there. So I'm going to dig out an area just below my house where I'm going to put my storage, and then I'll start putting all this together, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. The very first thing we need to do is to make some item transfer pipes. Now they're as simple as 2 pieces of stone. Leave one pane in there to 1 piece of glass. So you make them like such. One of those, one of those, one of these, one of those. They make 16 each, so I'm going to make rather a lot of pipe here, but I will be using it all. So that's 2 stacks of pipe. These are the pipes that the items will flow through. Okay, now the next thing we need to make is a routed interface pipe. Now what this does is you put it on each chest in your system, whether it's a chest that sends something or a chest that receives something or both, and that controls the items that flow through it. Before you make that, you have to make routed junction pipes. Now they consist of 2 diamonds and 2 red alumina, which is 2 glowstone and 2 red dye. And also 2 green aluma, which is 2 glowstone and 2 green dye, and 2 infused silicon. Now this silicon here, I've gone ahead and made some of this already. It's not infused yet. To do that you just cook it. Nice and simple. Apparently, I thought you were supposed to cook it. Smelt red silicon. I'm going to make red silicon first, which is silicon and 8 redstone. So that's 16 of this redstone here. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so silicon and 8 redstone. So clearly you do this to make red silicon. There we go. And then you smelt that. That's the step I was missing. There we go. So that's going to make our infused silicon. Now the aluma, we'll be making a lot of aluma here. So it's always 2 glowstone and then it's 2 dye of the appropriate color, and that makes 1 aluma unfortunately. And so we'll do that and do that, so we get a red and a green. And I've just realized that I have not enough of it because I need 2 of each of those, so I've done my sums a little bit wrong, but that's okay. We now have our infused silicon. The silicon is made, if I go into here, I'll show you, oops, silicon, not quite, silicon. So to make silicon, which is what I had in my chest here, you need to go and get a diamond saw and cut a silicon ball. And to make a silicon ball is, come on, work, thank you, by smelting sandy coal compound, and that is simply a block of coal surrounded by sand. Will get you sandy coal. So it's not too hard to make, and you end up with quite a bit of silicon, because 1 sandy coal gets you 1 silicon ball, but when you cut a silicon ball you get 8 of this silicon, so it's not so bad. But I need to get some more glowstone together to make a couple more red and green aluma, so I will just go ahead and do that, and I will be right back. Alright, we're back after that small technical difficulty. So we've got 2 green aluma, 2 red aluma, 2 infused silicon, and 2 diamonds. Now I'm not even going to pretend to remember how this is done. So to make the routed junction pipe, oops, routed junction, is that there? And it's not going to work. Alright, fine. So we go silicon, silicon, diamond, diamond, green, green, red, red, and it didn't work. Why did that not work? Oh, and a glass pane. Aha, that's what the other glass pane is for. Right, okay, so we have a glass pane in here. And we'll throw that in there, and you can see that it makes 16 routed junction pipes, which is more than we're going to need. So a routed junction pipe, you put it at each intersection in your network, but you also put 1 on every chest that's there. So that's the routed interface pipe, the routed junction pipe, sorry. To make the routed interface pipe, it is a routed junction pipe, 4 gold nuggets and 4 redstone. So if I put that in there, now we're going to need, in the end, I think we're going to need 5 of these. Yes, so if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put those in there, and then so that's what 4 of these are for. Oops, 4, and it's also all of these. So I'm going to make all of these pipes right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And also the redstone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll put those in here. So the redstone goes like such, and the gold nuggets go like such, and we get 5 routed interface pipes. Now the interface pipes are the ones that actually attach to the chests themselves. So that's the ones that go there. And we need 1 routed request pipe, which should be everything that's left here. So we need a routed junction pipe, which we already have a bunch of, and 2 diamonds and 6 redstone. But not like that. A routed request pipe. How's that go? The diamonds go top and bottom. Alright. Not an issue. There we go. Routed request pipe. Now this is the one that you request items from. I'll show you how that works a little bit later. So in theory, that's kind of all we need. We have our 4 chests. So if I go over here, we've got our 4 gold chests that we're going to hold our items in. Each of those has a routed interface pipe attached to it. There's also, so actually if I split one of these off, that's those 4 there. That one is going to be for a chest that we throw things in that go into the system, and this routed request pipe will also be attached to another chest that we request items from, and they all go through these transport pipes. However, all of this stuff is for the chips that go into the system. There are a number of them. There's a null logic routing chip, which is the base chip for everything that we need. There's an item responder chip, an item extractor chip, and an item broadcaster chip. Now what each of those do is the item responder chip will take items into its pipe. The item extractor chip will take items out of the chest that it's attached to, and the item broadcaster chip basically lets the system know what is in any particular thing. Now that sounds kind of confusing. I haven't explained it very well, so I'm just going to go ahead and make them, and we'll show you how it works. So the first thing we need are 5 null logic routing chips. And they are made with 3 gold nuggets, 2 paper, and 2 redstone dust each. So that's what all this paper is for. So 2 paper here, 2 paper here, 2 paper here, 2 paper here, and 2 paper here. 3 gold nuggets each. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And 2 redstone dust each. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and those 2. And they go into here like so. So if I go null logic, that's them there. So hopefully that makes 5. Yep, perfect. So that's our 5 null logic chips. Now they don't do anything by themselves. They are the base chip for other things. Now each of these is going to be an item extractor chip, because all of the chests that we're going to put chips into will be having items extracted from them. Now it's the item extractor chip, if I show you here, extractor chip, there it is, has the null logic chip, 4 cyan alumar, 3 redstone, and an iron ingot. And so that's what we've got in here. So we've got this makes the 4 cyan alumar like that. There's the iron. Oh, I think I'm missing redstone, and that's for each. So we've got the cyan and the cyan and the cyan and the cyan, and we've got 8. I'm just going to cheat a little bit here. 8 each of these. So if I split these like such and like such, we end up with 20? Is that 20? I think that's right. 20 cyan alumar, yes, because we're making 5 of them. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, and we need an amount of redstone. 3 redstone each equals 15. So again, I'm just going to split this up a little bit and do it the quick way. And so you need cyan alumar in each of the corners. That there. You need redstone there, and there, and there, and the chips in the middle. And that's gives us the item extractor chips, and we need 5 of those. Now a similar thing for the item broadcaster chip. That is the one that lets the system know what's in it. That's the same recipe, but it uses magenta. And the item responder chips, which again is the same recipe, but it uses the orange alumar. So I will go ahead and create those off camera, and I will be right back with you. Alrighty, we're back, and as you can see I have finished crafting all the chips that I need. So I have the item extractor chips, which takes items out of a chest. We have the item broadcaster chip, which lets the network know, hey, I have these items. And we have the item responder chips, which lets a chest or an inventory, but I'm using chest in this case, accept an item. And we have our various pipes here. Now the routed request pipe, I've also I killed a special zombie and he gave me 2 emeralds. And I killed a concussion creeper and it gave me confusing powder, which I have no idea what to do with, so we'll find out about that later on. So I have a hole in my floor here, and this is where everything is going to come out of. Now unfortunately I can't just destroy these chests right at the moment because they are full of stuff, which is my problem. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to install the routed interface pipes, except for one, which is going to be up here, into these chests, and I'm going to take some item transport pipes with me as well, and I'm going to stick them up into this hole up here. Now I think there's a skeleton down here, so you might see my mean PvE battling skills here. Hopefully not, because I don't think the skeleton is in this area. No, he's not. So this is the area, this is the hole in my floor here. So I'm just going to take the diamond, the gold chests, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to expand this area later on, probably upgrade these to diamond chests as well. I may just, oh, I've got no blocks on me. I was going to say I might just block off my area, but that's fine. The diamond chests hold a lot of stuff, so I'm hoping for now that'll be all I need. Now I'm going to put a routed request pipe onto each of these, like such. There's a bit of lag as I place these because they are trying to connect to each other. You'll see there. And I've got my item pipes here, which are just going to go, oops, not there. Oh well, we'll do it this way. And we'll go up there, there, and there. And then we'll connect them like that. Now currently the system doesn't do anything because there are no chips in any of these, so this is where I need to install the chips. But first what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up to the top, hopefully without getting shot at along the way, and I'm going to move these out of the way so that I can keep working. I have a dolly somewhere around here which lets you move chests around. It's very handy. I don't have a diamond dolly yet, which lets you move, as I can't find it. There it is, which lets you move spawners, but currently I'm not doing. So you just right click on it and you can move it to wherever you like. So I'm just going to move it to there, and I'm going to do the same with this one, and move it to here. And you'll see here that's where the pipes have come out. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my item request pipe. There we go, routed request pipe, which for some reason I'm carrying, and I'm going to put that here. I don't really want it to connect to those two things just right at the moment, so I'm going to move my chests around a bit more. We'll put that one there, and we'll take that one and we'll put that one up here for the time being. And I am going to have a chest sitting on here, but what I need to do is I'll take, oops, put that back. I'll put that away for now. Each of those chests down there is going to have an item responder chip, an item broadcaster chip, and an item extractor chip. Now the extra extractor chip is for a chest I will be leaving up here, which will put things into the chest down below. So the way these work is you have to set them up before you can install them. So you right click on empty air and you get this little interface here. Now this is the broadcaster chip. You can set priority or orientation, but I don't need to worry about that, and a filter. Now by default everything is whitelisted, which means it will only show you what's in here. I want to blacklist everything. Items are blacklisted. There we go. And so anything in here, if I put an item in here, it won't broadcast that item, but I want it to broadcast everything, so that's all set now. And then I just escape back out of there. Do the same for the responder chip. Priority I don't care about. I want to make sure everything is blacklisted and leave that all blank. You can match by NBT and or dictionary and all that sort of stuff, but I don't want to worry about that at this stage either, so I'll leave those the way they are. And the same again for the extractor chip. So the filter, make sure the filter is blacklisted, and then I will just simply go and put all of these into the chests down below. And so we have that one, and that one, and that one, and I'm might just break this so we can get to that one, and do the same for all of these different types of chips. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll put that pipe back in, and it connects to goes there. Hopefully that will turn green shortly. No, it's not. I'm not entirely sure why. Right, alright, back up to the top without getting shot at. Oops. Really have to do a better way of doing this, getting in and out of there. So now theoretically if I right click on this, it shows me everything that's in the system. Now obviously there is nothing in the system at the moment, but if I were to put a let's see if I can make a normal chest. Where have I got some wood? Here's some wood, so we'll just make a normal chest as you do. That's not how you do it, like this. So we've got a chest, and we'll put that chest, actually we may get rid of that and we might split these off a little bit. So we'll put those there, and we'll put some pipes up to here. Get my dolly back, which is in here. Move this chest as well. We'll just move that to here for now. And what I can have is an input chest in here and an output chest or a request chest here. But the way to do that, we actually have to push these across a little more. Sorry, just thinking. So, no, put that back please, thank you. If we have the item extractor chip and the routed interface pipe, if we put a chest here and put the routed interface pipe attaching to this like such, there's the request pipe, that's the wrong pipe. The routed interface pipe like so, and then we have our chip. Right click that, make sure the filter is blacklisted, and then put that into here. I think any items that we put into this chest should disappear out and into the system, although it's not working because that is red and it should be, just going to sleep here, should be green as far as I understand it. Alright, I'm going to go investigate that and I will be back in a second. Okay, we're back, and after a lot of trial and error I have this thing working. Alright, so we have our input chest here, which has a routed interface pipe which has an item extractor chip. We have our routed request pipe here, which actually doesn't have any chips in it at all, and so I can click on this, see what's in the system, and it will come out back to here. Now the reason that wasn't connected before was simply because I was missing a pipe. However, I had another issue. As you can see through these pipes here, I've got these items that are constantly flicking between the first and second chests, and it took me ages to figure out what was going on. So I've got these things here, and it'll disappear, and then it'll come back, and then it'll disappear, and then it'll come back, and I really didn't want that. It turns out for these pipes here, you don't need the extractor chip at all. Because what's happening at the moment is the extractor chips and these two are going, oh, I need to send items. So it's sending an item out and it's going to the next available chest, which is the one next to it, which then has an extractor chip, and so on and so on and so on, and it's just bouncing between them. As it turns out, the request pipe up at the top does all the extraction from these for you, so you don't need to worry about it. So I will take these out of here, and I'm going to go and I'm going to throw them into the chest at the top. So this is how my system will work. I'll open up this chest, I'll throw in the stuff that I don't want. I might as well throw all my pipes in there as well, throw all the chips in there as well. Not sure why those ones aren't stacking with each other, but that's alright. So they will eventually go down to here. Now there's some speed upgrades you can do for this, which I'm going to do eventually, but they'll disappear down into the system here. If I go down and have a look, you'll see that all of these items will go into this first chest because it's the first available one, and there is nothing in any of these other chests. Okay, this is how I want it set up. So everything's just filling up here, then when that chest is full it'll fill this one and this one and this one and so on. So I can leave this room now. It's set up pretty much exactly how I want it to be. Oop, bit of a lag spike there, and we will go up here. If I click on my routed request pipe, it shows me everything that's in the system. There we go. You'll see that this chest is currently empty, so I can right click on this and I can say I want 5 chili peppers and all of my gunpowder. And you'll see here that it'll shoot up here, goes into this chest, and I can pull it out. So I'm going to get rid of all of these chests in here. I'm going to throw all of the items down into my system, and then when I've done that and cleaned this area up, I'll be right back. Okay, and I've just checked how much I've recorded, and it's way too much. So we're going to call it quits there. We didn't get a lot done on the Britannia mod over here, all our flowers and bits and pieces. Next time we will be doing more on that. I'm going to be creating a mana tablet, and I'm going to be creating a band of aura and a sojourner's sash, among other things. So we'll get onto that next time. Until then, keep doing what you're doing, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye!